BTV Europe studio in Padova to Biafrans all over the world. And it is 10:16 a.m. here in my location. And we are transmitting live from Spain, where Biafrans have gathered to join Catalonians on their commemoration. Tag your friends, invite your friends to be part of this program. Today is going to be a wonderful day. We are going to run a live transmission of activities, and I can promise you it's going to be educative and interesting because we will be asking questions on the street and getting the history of the Catalonian struggle as well in Spain. And joining me is Nwada Jovista, who is anchoring from her own zone. Nwada Jovista, are you there? I hope that Nwada Jovista comes on board. But while we wait for Nwada Jovista to join us, we can see the images. These are live images of IPOB members sitting and waiting for commencement of the program. And I believe that the technical director is getting the message, and I hope that he would be able to bring in Wada Jovista as much as we are expecting that to happen. So we can see the activities. Okay, so Wada Jovista is here. Wada, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mazi. Good morning.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to have you right in the studio here this morning.
I'm
Wada Jovista.
delighted to have you also.
Yeah. We can see activities that is happening already in Catalonia, Spain, and I hope that in the next few minutes we'll be able to have a direct communication with some of our IPOB members who are present in this great occasion, to be able to ask them and also have access possibly with the native Catalonian people who might want to tell us a bit of their story. Because as we all know that the Catalonians share a similar history like that of the Biafran people, and they have also, in their own ways, sustained the Biafra struggle. Even during the Civil War, we got series of support from them, and after the war, they have continued to keep memories of the Biafran Civil War, and which our people have confirmed in many occasions. Wanda, what is your take on today's program?
Yeah, today is going to be a very wonderful day to witness the Catalonian National Day, as because these people they have supported us. They have even not just keeping the memories, but I will say also preserved our own history. Because I remember the last time that we had the guest, our brother in Catalonia, he said that he didn't know much about Biafra history until he got to Catalonia. And today we are going to be seeing much more and hearing much more, as we can see that Biafrans are fully represented on the ground. So we are expecting today to be a great day as we share our history with the Catalans today. Thank you.
Thank you, Wanda. As we expect viewers to join in, we encourage them to help us share this program because we might also give people from other parts of the world who do not have the opportunity, especially some IPO members who do not have the opportunity to be in Catalonia, who didn't have the opportunity to participate in the program, to also be part of this program by phone call. So, but that decision will be made in course of this program. And I believe that as we proceed further, we would be, you know, granting interviews, as you said, and I hope that that interview would start as soon as possible, so we'll be able to have a direct contact and communication with some of our IPOB members, to be able to ask them also certain questions in regard to what is happening on the ground and how they have prepared for this great day occasion. So we'll be expecting our anchors on the ground to be with us. And I would like to get an anchor to talk to us. I can see that the video transmission is muted, but I would like to get an anchor, some of our press men on the ground to have a direct communication with us, to be able to, uh, you know, use them in delivering information and also reaching out as regards to histories, because today is a day of history for the Catalonian people, and the Biafran people have also uh, been able to prove that they share a strong bond with these native Catalonians who have gone through the same tribulation that we are going through, who have had the same experience that we've had as well. And I believe that in the course of this program, we'll be able to have that direct communication from the indigenous and local people. We can see movements of people going in and out. And as we move to the street, we'll be able to have access to communication. And I believe this is IPOB liaison office in Spain, where we have people gather as a convergence ground. Yeah, that's the picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there. He was in Catalonia a couple of years ago, where he participated in some of these activities, and also was able to identify himself with some of the leaders of the Catalonian struggle. Uh, and I believe that as the program proceeds, people are going to have a more broader view of what the Catalonians have gone through, what they are going through, and their quest for referendum, which they have also had a referendum, and that referendum was, uh, abused by the Spanish government. Many of them arrested and bruised up, and but they have refused to end the struggle because they believe that they have the right to self-determination. One that the right to self-determination is an alienable right of every individual, and I believe that every individual have that right of.
Hello, good morning from here, studio. Mazi Patrick.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Nwada Chidinma, good
Good
morning. We can
morning
hear
from
you
here.
loud and
Yeah, I'm sorry because the place has been so rowdy. Good morning, reporting from Barcelona, which we call Catalonia. Actually, today we've seen from what I myself am seeing this morning is a total lockdown in the sense it's a public holiday. So it's something really being observed here in Barcelona. And that is why the Spanish people, they don't want to allow them to go. Barcelona, Catalonia is really a big place. Now having here is the little liaison office where the Catalonian people, family, IPOB family do have their meetings and all that they need to do in the office. And this is the first place we've gathered this morning. And here is the coordinator, the family coordinator of this place that I want him to share something with you people. He can tell you something about the Catalonia. We are live here, BTV Press. Thank you.
thank you very much.
Mazi,
I don't
please.
know. I don't know if you can hear us. I don't know if you can hear us.
Okay, let me give the microphone to him so that he can hear you. Okay.
Okay, we are waiting to talk to. to our brother who is the is he the
Okay,
regional
can you hear me?
coordinator?
Yeah, this
Is
is the
he
unit coordinator. It's the unit coordinator.
okay? The unit
The
coordinator
unit,
of
yeah, but
of
of
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Barcelona unit coordinator. Mazi, welcome to the program. You are live on BTV Europe. And this is Mazi Patrick DK. And with me is Nwada Jovista Chichi. We are live and we want to transmit what is happening in in your in your area in Barcelona. Can you please introduce yourself and give us a background of activities as regard to what we are seeing live right
Okay,
now?
yeah. First of all, my name is. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Go ahead, we are listening
Okay.
clearly. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Good morning to all fellow Biafrans and IPOB family worldwide. My name is Mazi Erugo. I'm the coordinator of IPB family here in Barcelona, Unit 3. We have three units here in Catalonia. Unit 1 is in Girona, one of the provinces here in Catalonia. We have another one, Unit 2, which is in B, and also in the 3 here in Barcelona. Yeah, I'm the coordinator. The zonal coordinator, this one that DJ is not around because he's busy to teach some people. So I'm the one on ground at the moment.
Okay, Mazi, thank you very much. I know you are hearing us clearly,
Yeah, very
and
well.
it's my pleasure to have you. Biafrans all over the world are watching and they are listening to you. And we want you to give us a clear background of what is life like Biafra in Catalonia.
Okay. Yeah. In a very in summary, today is Catalonia National Day. If you must know, today is the day that Catalonia. This September 11th is the day that they lost the fight for their freedom against Spain. So in every year, and this year is they always celebrate this particular year. Then where we are going to this morning is where they submitted. I think that was the final where they hands off the movement, and it's where they kill a lot of their soldiers who try to defend the land. So today, what we are doing is that we go to this particular place to pay a homage. It's like paying a homage to these people at the same time have our flowers to their cenotaph because they have a cenotaph. So that is what we are going to do here in this morning. The second section is where we are going to. They are going to led the world because they have a lot of invitees from different countries, both nations recognized and unrecognized nations, like Biafra, like you know. So this is the first section in the morning. So we are moving the IPB family because Catalonia recognized IPB family officially. When I say officially, I'm talking about Nnamdi under the DOS. So that we understand it very well. So today we are being invited, which is normally done in every year. So if you watch very close, where is this director picture? So this is what we've been doing right from time. Mazi Nnamdi also have done this once. I think that was 2004 when he visited Catalonia. He participated in this particular program we are doing today. So it's not a new thing. It's something. Sorry, 2014. It's something that has been doing right from ages. But the most important thing is that Catalonia recognize that Biafra is a nation. So they give us that respect that they always invite us in all the programs they are doing, not only because of today, even in the future. If you watch it, this is our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, when he was here in 2014. He came, and this was the t-shirt they were wearing. Today at the program live, you will see a lot of different t-shirts, but Catalonia always have a particular t-shirt they use in any of the program. In each year they are doing this program. So our leader has been here and he has participated in this and he support what we are doing. We also are following his footsteps, of course, you know. So what we are doing today is to let the world know that IPOB is being recognized here in Catalonia. We are like friends. We do things together with them. They recognize our Biafra as a nation. So that is what we are doing. And we have all. Sorry. Sorry. Can you hear me? Sorry. Mazi, can you hear me now?
Mazi, are you there? You can go ahead. The viewers are still listening to you.
Okay, okay.
So what we are saying is that what we are doing is what is normal. We are being invited. If you maybe the camera will go around to show you some of the pictures here, which shows that we have a bond with people of Catalonia. So today we are participating in this particular program, telling the world that IPOB is being recognized officially here in Catalonia. And we are going to pay that homage or invitation which they invited us to participate with them, which we normally do on September, every 30th of May. They also come. We always invite them and they always come to support us in what we are doing. Thank you, Mazi.
Mazi, are you on? All right, as the camera is moving around, we can see the pictures of our leader and the past heroes of Biafra. We can see them well preserved. As you know that every human being quest for freedom. The Catalonian people, they say that they thirst for freedom, and that was why in 2017 the referendum was carried out before that date, before October 1st, 2017. They made to make sure that the referendum took place, ballot boxes and other elements and materials were distributed to make sure that the Catalonia referendum was held. It was held, but though it was disrupted by the police officials that that day so many people were injured, so many people were taken to hospitals. But if you, according to the health department, they say that on that day that an estimate of about 1,066 people were injured across Catalonia on that very day. Catalonia is about a population of 8 million people who were testing for their freedom. Even at the declaration of their independence, the Spanish government suspended that self-rule and self-governance of Catalonia people. But as it is every year, they celebrate and they go on streets to reclaim their freedom and their national day, which we are all here to witness today, 11th September 2024. We are seeing one of the representatives, the Catalan, who is waiting to speak to us.
Can you hear me what I do?
Sister, is he waiting to speak to us?
Can you hear me
Mother,
what I
can you hear
do?
me? All right, all right. If you are ready to talk to us, please let us know your name and Mazi came. Mazi came, are you there? We are experiencing some glitch. You know, this is the technical director is trying to work on the glitch and will be back. Please let's know from the comment section if our voice or if our voices are coming out, please. Even though the view is no longer there, but let us see If our voices are coming out, please. Let us know from the comment section.
My number 1967. Okay, 67.
Hello, we are back to studio.
All right. Wanda, can you hear me right now?
Yes, directly.
Yeah, let the
Sorry
Catalan
for the
introduce
interruption.
himself, and then the world is listening to hear some
Yeah,
of the
actually,
story
we are
behind
bringing.
Catalonia National Day.
Thank you very much. Luckily, we have a Catalonian indigene. But before I go to him, there is something. One of the pictures that was viewed before. There is a picture here. You can look at it. They call it the Calavera del Pieta del Banzo, and they learned it from our own way of cultural dance. And so you can see the pockety dancers, and that is what they brought back here, though they are only small taller than ours. Now I go to the Catalonia indigene, who will tell us more and all we want to know about Catalonia. You're welcome.
Thank you. Well,
Your
as
name
my name is Pau. I am from Catalonia, and the IPOB invite me in here to share with them the National Day of Catalonia. And I think that we are two nations. Maybe we are in two continents, very far away, but our hearts are together because we share the one fight, and we need to be together because together we are strong, fighting against the nation that don't let us free. And this day is that we share. We are two nations, but one fight. We need to be together in the streets to accomplish our nation to be free.
Okay, thank you very much. What can you tell us about the cemetery where we are going now? Is it the fallen heroes, just like
Yeah.
Biafrans celebrate their fallen heroes, or what can you let us know more?
Yeah, well, in 1070, 1714, the Catalonia lost his independence after fighting more than 1 year. In the city was resistance against the enemy for more than 1 year, and we go in this place that is special for the Catalan people because it were heroes, not the only ones, but the first of all for the nation, because since 17014, it's a lot of people who lose their life to fight for the independence of the Catalonia. But in here, in the place we're gonna go is where everything starts, because that's where we lose our independence and we start to reivindicate to gain the nation to be free once again. And in this place is a special for every Catalan people because it's our fallen heroes in there buried, and it's very important to be there because this fight is it's continuous. Generation after generation, we're gonna be there until our nation is gonna be free.
Wow. What I understand, in 1714, in the year 1714 was when
One
this
thousand seven, one seven one four.
1714, yeah,
Yeah,
one
yeah,
seven hundred
yeah,
in the year 1714.
yeah.
Okay, that was when this Catalonian fight started, and is in this Barcelona that is part of this Spain, which is also a big city, as I said, is where the resistance started, and this is where the victory came in. So, like in this cemetery we are going today, in this cemetery where we'll be going this morning is where they go to pay respect, honor to their fallen heroes. So it's just like our 30th May. The difference is that this zoo, or even the eastern part of Biafra, eastern part of the zoo, which is Biafra land, they don't recognize 30th May as a national public holiday. But here in Spain, in Barcelona, it is being respected, they recognize it. And so Mr. Paul is trying to tell us that we are together, we have similar issues, we are fighting for the same freedom, and that for the fact that we are here with them today, so which means that we are going to continue being together, being on the street until our freedom, total freedom, is realized. Is there any other question you would like to ask from him before we start going out?
Yes, I would like to ask certain questions. I don't know if you're hearing me.
He's hearing you. We can hear
Yes,
you.
yeah,
Okay,
yes,
Yeah.
so yes, I couldn't get his name. Please, can you please give me his name?
how?
His name is
Paul.
Paul, which is Paul.
Yes.
Paul.
Okay.
That is Paul.
Which
That
means
is
Paulo.
Paul. Okay, okay, Paolo, you're welcome to the program. This is BTV Biafra Television Europe, and it is my pleasure to have you in this program this morning. And there have been questions personally that I have asked in the past, and this question is a very relevant question. And I would like you to give me specific answers to these questions. uh, as yes, we all understand that Spain is a developed country with all the necessary amenities that life can provide. I believe that you have a running water, a pipe-borne water, you have constant electricity, you have good roads. My question, Paul, is what are you fighting for? If you have all the activities in life, why are you still fighting for independence?
For the not only for the things that you mentioned, but for your for our culture. We have different language, we have different traditions, and as well, Catalonia is not where are in today is a big country that is including Valencia and Balearic Island that we speak the same language, but Spain separate and spare the nation and part of France as well take our nation and we fight to get the nation unified and our culture is gonna be our language. You know they don't the cinemas don't put films in our language. They don't respect our right to vote what we want to be free. It's many things that the Spain don't respect us and don't let us free and keep and as well they take a lot of taxes. You know, we pay more taxes to maintain Spain. Spain is taking more money from Catalan people and invest it in his capital, Madrid, instead of keep the money where it should be in Catalonia.
Yeah, Mazi came
Beautiful,
back,
Paul.
please. I
Beautiful,
am
Paul.
very,
We are
very
going to
sorry.
leave you now. We are going to leave you now because I believe, because I have a series of questions I'm going to ask you in course of this program. And I wouldn't like you guys to lose touch with Paul and possibly other Catalonians as well, because I'm going to ask very pertinent questions.
But
And I hope that we'll be seeing you again, Paul. Thank you very much for being part of this
thank
program.
you, see you. Many
Thank you
thanks.
very much.
Bye.
Thank you,
Mazi came.
Paul.
I'm
Thank you very much.
sorry that we are cutting it short here. We have to move to the main spot.
Yes,
So BTV, practically you can see that all he explained is what Biafrans are also experiencing in the zoo, in the sense that he talked about language. We are just like us. We have different language with the zoo. He said they separated it. Actually, we know that the capital of Spain today is Madrid. And then he's saying that Barcelona, which is Catalonia, is supposed to be more bigger, more they are richer than Madrid. So from here, we have to shut it down. We are going to the right venue. When we get there, we can hook up again. Thank you very much, Matt.
thank you very much, our anchor Wanda Chidinma on the ground in Barcelona, Spain. And I think that Paul has given us reason for discussion. what the some of the point that Paul has given us is a reason for us to engage our people in discussion. So as we move, I would like us to drop lines. If it's possible, we want to drop line. We want to give our people the opportunity to call into this program
Police.
while we expect our anchor to get to the destination of this program. I want to open the line because
Mazi,
what
Mazike,
Paul.
please, sorry always for interrupting. There is something interesting here. This car that I
Okay.
am showing you here is the Catalonia police, their own personal police. So it's just like having a Biafran police. So that is what is happening today. So look at them, how they are moving, how they're operating for Catalonia.
So you have the Catalonian police ensuring
Yes,
security for their own people.
yes, not the
And,
Spanish police.
and
It's
this
called
and this and this police is
Montes de
legitimate.
Esquadra.
The police is legitimate and recognized by the Spanish Constitution.
Yes, of course. Look at their cars all over. Yes, yes, Mazi. Thank you very
Okay.
much, Mazi. We'll
Beautiful.
be
Thank you.
stopping.
Thank you. We hope to see you back again as we continue to follow activities. And I hope that we'll be able to leave the line open. Wanda, do you have any line that we can give out to our people to call in? Because I want to give our people the opportunity to be part of this program and also make their contribution, especially considering some of the things that Paolo has said regarding their position as Catalonian people, because there is a reason I asked the question: why are Catalonians still seeking referendum? Why are Catalonians still asking for independence when they have all the basic amenities of life? It is very, very important that
And you can even see how beautiful their streets are. You can see how beautiful they are. They have their own police. They have their own security. They even have the same. I mean, their own language. Yet they said they needed to be free. But imagine what is going on. Just that IPOB established only instant security network, and you see how much they have gone to to tag and blackmail ESN. Imagine what will happen if if IPOB should declare Biafra, please.
yeah, so Wanda, please give us a number. Please give us your number so we can call it out for the audience. If you have your pen and paper, please make your pen and paper available so that you can take in the WhatsApp number to call in and be part of this program. Because we would want our people all over the world to call in and tell us their own observation, because we are in the studio communicating and talking to you. Possibly there are still people who have some other observations and who want to share it with them. Well, can you please go ahead and call out the telephone number that people can call into the program with, please?
All right. The telephone number is +49 1521 66 09937 plus
Beautiful.
four nine one
The phone
five two
number,
one
the
six
phone
six
number to call
zero
in.
nine nine three seven. The number is
Beautiful.
already projected
On the
on the
screen.
screen. On
The
the
number
screen.
you
Yes,
can call in.
Mazi,
Yes.
Mazi, did you observe something in that Catalonian liaison office? Did you observe those pictures hanging on the wall? The picture in between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Ikemba of Newi Ojukwu. Did you observe the very picture in the middle?
Absolutely. Our great Philip Effiong, whose picture was also hanging on the wall there, is also a symbol of the Biafran struggle. Mazi.
Yeah,
With
what
us.
I really wanted to bring out was that you remember he was the second, and the last vice president to Biafra in Biafra, the first, second, and last vice president. But do you remember where he came from? Because that is exactly what I
Abs-
wanted to bring out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Philip Effiong is from, at the time, it was Calabar, at the time, and he's from, he's an indigenous of Efik.
Ibinio Ibom, Ibiono Ibom.
Yeah, so I think that everybody knows that Philip Effiong is a very popular name among our people as a man who also went for the final negotiation on the Biafra surrender to the Nigerian authority after the Civil War. And he sat on the negotiation table and also told the Nigerian authority at the time that if you do not treat these surrendering Biafrans well, their children will come back to rise again. And that is what we are seeing today. What that is.
And today they are telling us that people from his own clan are not part of Biafra.
Absolutely, that is absolutely untrue. It is part of the propaganda to cut down the Biafran territory and put our people in disarray. So, but those are part of the issues of the struggle because we've seen not just the people of that area, we've also seen even some Igbos who were created in those other states. The project of balkanization of Igbo land started immediately after the Civil War, where some Igbos were created in certain peripheral states to be able to cut down the size of the population of Igbos. I remember that there was a situation where at the time Ojukwu wanted to declare Biafra, that Gowon told him, if you declare Biafra, we are going to create a co-state. And that is what we've seen today, where you see a co-state created within the Biafran territory. And the aim and the mission and their vision is to continue to oppose, using some of these co-states to oppose the Biafra struggle at the moment. While we wait for callers to call in, I want to urge our listeners and viewers to share this program. Tag your friends. We're all over the place. We're on BTV Live on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We are also on Raptor Media. We're all over the place. And I believe that the whole world is watching us. We are reading your comment. We are reading comments on the comment section. And it shows that our people are tuning in. And I can tell you that so many other people are going to come along as the program proceeds. Wanda, do you have something to add?
Yes, Mazi, what is going on right now in my mind is that I am asking myself, we know that actually since after the World War II, that though there has never been any tragedy that resembles the Holocaust that took place, but there have been pogroms and genocide that has been happening, and mostly in Africa. You can't talk about genocide without talking about Biafra, without talking about Rwanda, without talking about Sudan. As it is today, this is the national day of Catalan here, or Catalans here today. But Mazi, in Nigeria, after the genocide, because IPOB refused to recognize that that was a Nigerian Biafran civil war. It was not. It was pure genocide that was carried on our people. And since after 1970, there was no day that is set aside to honor the slain Biafrans, or a day set aside to celebrate the way the Catalans are just doing today, to celebrate Biafra, to have Biafra National Day. Mazi, why has that never happened?
Well, that is a very big question and very, very interesting. Do not forget that the exact figures of those of Biafrans who lost their life during the war as a result of uh, the genocide that took place. In fact, it was a third world war because every country around the world, the USSR, the United States, the United Kingdom, France, all of them participated in making sure that Biafra was defeated. They supplied arms and equipment to the Nigerian state to make sure that the Biafrans were defeated. And the question you're asking is why have this genocide uh, carried out by the Nigerian state not recognized? We've seen a situation where even the Nigerian state itself have refused to teach history of what happened during the war. They have continued to make sure that they cover some of these events as much as they can because they understand the kind of atrocities they committed and they wouldn't want to bring such atrocity to limelight. So what they have tried to do over the years to see how they can bury the history of Biafra, bury the history of the war, and make sure that nobody ever remembers what happened during the war and even after. And we've seen that's the reason we continue to see more oppression as well, because when you teach a people their history, they will be able to understand where they are coming from and have a direction of where they are going to. But there is a complete intention, a well mapped out intention to make sure that the history of the Biafran war was put and buried underground. And that was why some time ago, Olusegun Obasanjo said that Biafra is dead and buried because this is their wish that the story of the Biafran war or the Biafran genocide is not told to the world. And it is a well deliberate effort in making sure that happens. But unfortunately for them, IPOB have come to bring some of this truth to light and continue to educate our people on the need to understand what happened during the war and also the need for us to make sure that the life of those who were sacrificed do not be in vain. That those who stood fight for the Biafran liberation between 1967 to 7, that their effort and their blood will not be wasted for nothing. And that is why we are here today, man.
Thank you so much, Mazi. As we continue, we all remember that before the coming of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB, the word Biafra is no-go area. It was not like it was an embargo. It was an embargo placed on Biafra, that the word Biafra should not be mentioned, that the genocide could not be discussed, that there could be no reason for apology, as another person would want to tell the story or the pains of another person. We always say, oh, there is no need. Don't talk about the genocide. Don't talk about the 3.5 million children who were starved to death. Don't talk about the population of about 6.5 million people who were killed, put together, the children and men put together, about 6.5 million people. And they say, oh, talking about it is like reopening an old wound. And how do you think that the wound will be healed when the stories of the people are not told? Just like you said, they hid the history from us. Why they don't want us to know our history? Because they don't want the truth to be told. Look at what is going on today in Spain. This is Spain. But the Catalonians are going on to carry on their national day. We are not seeing any shootings. We are not witnessing the soldiers on the street. We are not witnessing bombing of the street. We all knew what happened on the 30th of May, this 2024. Despite that, Biafrans, we stayed at home just to honor our deserved heroes. But that day, we knew that as a Nigerian government will always do, they still came out to slaughter our people, even in our homes. But as IPOB has come, we have
Yeah, it's very
already
desperate,
removed that
you know, to solve
embargo placed
people because
on Biafra. We are today talking about Biafra. We are today pursuing our independence. We are looking forward to our referendum that we know that one day the referendum will be granted. We shall have the plebiscite and our people shall be free. And we shall be celebrating just like the way the Catalans are celebrating today. Despite the referendum being, the votes being suspended after their independence or self-rule was announced.
Hello,
Yes,
studio. Can I come in?
yes, Nwada, you're welcome to the program once again. Thank you. We can see
Thank,
live transmission of activities on the street, and we would like to continue to engage you anytime you find it convenient. We want to ask as much questions as possible, especially to Catalonians who can speak English, who can
yes, we
communicate
will
properly,
get them.
because there is a question I asked Paolo earlier, and it is there is a reason I asked that question, and we're going to go into the details of that reason for that question and the response he gave as regards to the reason why they have chosen to separate themselves from other Spanish citizens and have their own independence to be able to be in charge of their destiny. So it is important that we look into some of these components, despite all the resources they produce. The most, in fact, the major part of these resources is used to develop other areas in Spain without any kind of gratification. So it is an issue of marginalization. And when you look at the level of development in Catalonia, you cannot compare it to the level of marginalization we are facing as Biafran. But still, they are fighting. That shows that if the Catalonians can, despite their level of development, are still fighting, then the struggle for Biafran restoration is justified. Rather, go ahead. We are getting. If there are people who want to ask questions on the ground,
Wow.
we want to interact with them.
Wow, Mazi is something extraordinary. I hope and I know that one day in Biafra land we will have this occasion. They just finished their Opportunity show, and we've come down to the arena where the main celebration is being carried out. As I said before, we were in a taxi, so I was just trying. I didn't want to disturb to interrupt, but as you see, I wanted to hear what is going on. Can you hear them? Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely.
There are a lot of youth, male, female, adults, elderly people, children that are filled in this square. And there are a lot of things that we have together in common with them. And that is why I believe we at Biafrans, IPOB identified Biafrans with the Catalonians. There are, for example, when Paulo was speaking before, he spoke about the division that the Spanish government divided them, which Valencia is supposed to be part of the Catalonia, and there is also other places. But as time goes on, I'm trying to go through to get the youth, to get the adults, people that can be able to tell us something in Catalonia, okay, about Catalonia and of this day. And I will get to them. There was something also, as their own police was present on the way, there was no other, the national police was not here. So it's something that is freedom. Everybody is walking freely without any army, without any tear gas, without this is democracy. This is freedom. Even notwithstanding they are in Spain, the Monketier again is going on. I don't know if people can see it. I'm a bit distant from where it is. Can you see it?
Yes, to
So,
add, we can see clearly, we see a lot of flags flying, we see a lot of colorful jerseys. We can
yes.
see, we can experience the culture of the Catalonian people. And I believe that Biafrans all over the world can now attest to the fact that if the zoo had even given us half of what the Catalonians have, half, I mean, just 50%, we wouldn't be asking for Biafra.
Okay. There is something strange, Mazi. There is something I would like to specify. Now let me say that this is the popular, no? Come si può dire,
The population of, yes, the
okay,
population.
no, and you mean, there is the official one, which comprises of it has a little boy on the top and a female on the top of the pocket, right? Yeah, I have the youth here around me. What I was trying to say is that we have here you will get every sort of check social, every social, wow, wow, hold on, I'm
I
enjoying this
understand.
too. Wow. I was trying to say check for social, social levels. So here you can get anybody, and there is somebody around me, a young boy who is disturbing, who speaks English and would like to tell us something about Catalonia, and we don't have to
Okay,
judge him out of his appearance. Thank
can
you.
you bring him to the
Okay.
can you bring him to the camera, please?
Yes.
I would like to
Yes.
have an interaction with him.
Ah, tell me.
Introduce yourself.
Hello, hello, good
Can you hear
morning.
them?
Yeah, I got this one.
Okay, now you
Hello,
can
good
go on.
morning.
Okay. Have to introduce myself now.
Yes.
Now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can
You list
good morning. Can you hear
and
Okay.
me?
I hear you.
Okay, this is Biafra Television Live, and we are reaching you from all over the world. Biafrans all over the world are listening. Can you please introduce yourself? What is your name?
Yo, my name's Paul. I'm hooligan for Barcelona, for Barça, and of course today is our national day, and we have to stay here to defend our country, our nation, our rights, to fight the Spanish states.
Okay, we've met another Paul again who also believe. Paul, how old are you, please? Can you please tell us your age? How old are you?
I'm 22.
You are 22.
Yeah. Here are so many younger people
You have a lot of
because
young people.
the
And you are
Catalan
and
because
you're
the most younger Catalan people are here fighting for our rights.
okay. You are 22 years old and you are on the street demanding a referendum.
Wow, it's a
Can
beautiful.
you can you hear me?
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
I
The
understand that there
noise
is
is
a lot of
increasing
noise on the
and we can't
background,
hear you
but
clearly.
you are requesting for referendum, right?
For what? For referendum?
Are you asking? You are requesting for? You are fighting for referendum because I
Yeah, for referendum. But we voted at 1st of October in 20, so many years ago we voted. But now we are fighting again for a referendum and for our freedom, for our country, for our
okay.
nation.
You're fighting for your freedom. So
Yeah.
what are the issues? What are the challenges the Catalonian people are facing in Spain? What are your problems?
Our for the economy because the Spanish state take a lot of money from Catalan people for other different regions for other parts of the states of Spain, and Catalan people have to pay much money for. If you compare with other regions of Spain, Catalonia is the biggest one that pays more, and economy is an important thing.
and obviously our culture, our history, our language. Of course, we are fighting for this.
Okay, so Paul, you talk about your economic situation and the amount of contribution you are making. That is not that you are not seeing the value. How far? Okay, I know that there is a lot of noise on the background, but notwithstanding, I'm going to ask you simple questions.
Sorry, sir, I don't understand anything. They are so because here I don't understand anything because there is a lot of people shouting.
Yeah, there is a lot of noise. There is a lot of noise at the background. I understand. There is a lot of noise.
Listen. Sorry. Thank you for the interview and freedom for
Thank,
Catalonia.
thank you, Paul. Thank you for being our guest. Thank you for being part of our program. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. Wada,
Yeah, Mazi, please, I am really so sorry. Oh, this is another state of incognito people. I'm sorry because the noise is so much. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of uniforms, different people. And I repeat, I really don't know how to say it in English. Gente medio or gente sociale that are all parading here. And of different colors. And the young boy you interviewed before, really, they understand what it means. Just two of them, we interviewed the first person that was Paul and another Paul once again, and they said the same thing. They need their freedom for their culture, they need their freedom financially, their economical freedom. They are, and really, he said the truth because when we were looking for hotels to come to Barcelona, it was really expensive. I love it. It was too much that you see. We have so many young people because I believe that because parents they start teaching their children. You can see it when all these little children, little youths are in this place today. It's obviously that they learn about it. They know something about it. They're all youths. They are all youths. And then before we will be going for the official celebration by the higher authority of the nation. So really, it's something great. You know, the boy before he said that they have already been voted for their referendum, which anyone who knows in 2021, yes, they voted, but the Spanish government tried to turn down that referendum and it became a problem. And so that is why they are no longer fighting for that referendum again, but they are fighting for the fact that it has to be implemented because they've already won it. If you can remember in 2021,
so
there are a
so
lot of
it's
them.
no longer it's no longer about fighting for referendum, but about fighting for the implementation of that referendum that have been carried out in the past.
Yes, and all maybe they will come back to revote it again. But at least they were given the opportunity. They don't want to accept the Spanish government. Don't want to accept the referendum. Let me see if I can get a youth, somebody, an elderly person that speaks English. Habla inglés, habla inglés, a little. In the year
And, and
2021, when Catalonia voted for referendum, 2017 the first time. Why is it not functioning? Why is it not working? Why is it not implemented? Or Catalonia. So what are you people now asking for? How do you think the independence of Catalonia can be implemented? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Can I give you the microphone so that you can speak to my students? Your English is okay. You've explained enough. We are Biafrans, and Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are Biafran television. This is Biafran television, and so because we share. A great problem. Yes. Years ago. Thank you very much. Exactly. Yes, yes, it's true. And what we are is because we identify ourselves with the Catalonia. And so we want to learn. We have a lot to learn from you people, just as you say that. I don't understand. Okay.
Okay, we
Okay.
can
So
see.
thank you very much,
So we
Mazi.
can see
It's
that
really it's
he has a
difficult.
low he has a low understanding of English, but notwithstanding, Nwada Jobista, do you have anything to add to what is going on, the activities on the ground?
As we are watching, witnessing a large number of people, the old people, the young, the youth. I saw a baby that was crying, and all these people are out questioning for their freedom. I am not surprised when the Catalans say that they are not just fighting for referendum, but they are fighting, they are questioning for the previous one that they did to be restored. Because I even thought as much that that is what it's supposed to be, because that referendum was carried out on the 1st of October 2017, though before the police officials disrupted and they started hitting and dislodging people. The vote was already carried out, and the independence was announced. Just that the Spanish government just used courts to suspend the referendum. So I don't think that they should be asking for another referendum. Instead, it's for the suspended referendum that has been carried out to be reversed.
Beautiful, beautiful, Nwada. That is a very wonderful rendition there. And there is one thing that I personally noticed, and I see some kind of indoctrination. uh, I see I see some kind of indoctrination of the Catalonian people into understanding what their problems are. Because we've been able to ask two individuals, two young people, about the reason for what they are fighting for. And their answers were specific. These are two different individuals, but they understand what their problems are and they understand what their demands are. It shows that they have been able to educate themselves on the need for them to take their right as Catalonian people. They have been able to indoctrinate themselves into understanding what the challenges they have as a people. So it becomes very, very difficult for you to see any kind of sabotage. Because when you see people who operate on the same level of mindset as a result of the education that they have, the understanding that they have about their challenges and their plight, it becomes easy for people to bond together to fight together. But what we've seen in our own situation is you have even a majority of our people, I wouldn't say majority, but most of our people who do not even understand the challenges we have as a Biafran people. They still believe that there is a solution to Nigeria. They still believe that one Nigeria is going to save them. Wanda, go ahead, please.
Do you know what I thought that was the problem on our side was that you remember our leader told us that if these people what they do first of all is to impoverish you. When they now impoverish you, it gives them the opportunity of divide and rule. You know, you can see that these people, they are rich, they are okay, but look at our people. You can see how our people are being impoverished, and they are still impoverishing us. Just look at the pump price hike that just happened last week. You see, when something like that is happening, the government will now have opportunity to get some people that they will use to destroy what others are doing, because they will take little from the same thing, from the some that from the resources belong to the people. They will now call some individuals and give it to them, and now they will use it to incite trouble amongst others. But as you are seeing these people here, they are okay with their lives. As they said, they have everything, so there is no way they can be looking for the one they can get through back doors. But you know, our people, they will invite some of them through the back doors and give them different promises, and then give them very little. Like, they will make some people gatesman to their own father's property, and they will now give them gun to shoot at others of their the same people. That is exactly what our people are suffering from. But IPOB is seriously working on that. No matter how much they are trying to divide us, IPOB has united Biafrans. And you can even see the sensitization of Igbos being one people from wherever they are. Things like that doesn't happen before. But you can see that the other time I saw an article you put out, that you spoke to one of our brothers, the tribe, and you said that one day you will come on air with him. You see, people like this, they have had the message. The spirit have reawakened them that we are people, we are of the same people, we are people of the same gene, that we can no longer be divided. And I believe that as this very sensitization is going on, and IPOB is pushing forward for referendum, that in no time, that surely we will get what we are searching for.
Thank you, Nwada. Thank you very much. I don't know if Nwada, if you are there uh, to
Mazi, can
anchor.
you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Are there people ready to talk with us? I believe by now
Ma-
the noise must have reduced.
yeah, we we have to get people that speak English, and it's not all that so easy. And I try to speak in Spanish, try to communicate with them in Spanish, and then to get what they're trying to say. Even me, I am not all that so good in English, and so I try to. I thank you both, because you are really using the appropriate term today and appropriate words to describe most of the situations down here. Um, Thank you very much. We have to. I have to go off for now, because we have to sort out some technical issues. I wanted to bear in mind that this is just the beginning. It's just the homage to their heroes, to their fallen heroes, to those that fought for it. The official aspect of it is yet to come, and I think that is where you will get as much information as possible. But anytime we get somebody who can express in English, like that elderly man, he says what I find the same with Biafrans and the zoo, the Nigerian government, is that the man says the Spanish government, they hate them. Just like Mother Jovista said, that referendum was already voted and independence was declared. But I know that one day there will be Catalonians, which is Barcelona, they will really implement the already won victorious referendum they got. From here for now is goodbye. You will be seeing pictures, but I'll be off
Thank you
vocally.
very much,
Thank
Nwada.
you.
Thank you very much for that wonderful anchor. We appreciate, and we'll go back to you as soon as possible, because I believe that there is a lot to be done and a lot to be explained to our people. The
Mazi,
essence, yes.
Oh, Mazi, please, I'm sorry. I'm here with the regional national, the UNITA, the man that organized this event. So unfortunately, he doesn't speak English, so I don't know how we are going to do
But
it. But I have,
can we get an interpreter? Can we get an interpreter?
yes,
Somebody who can help interpret
yeah.
while he speaks?
Okay, he said we have to go to the front side, so I will get an interpreter for you now. Oh, okay. Here, in this flag that you can see, it says Unidad Nacional per la Independencia, and it means national unity
National
for
unity for
independence.
independence.
For independence. So
But
now,
madam, can you please help me tell them that it is no longer a national issue, but it has become international because the Biafran people have joined them, requesting for the
yes.
independence of the Catalonia.
Okay, now I have also a woman who can help us. She speaks English too. Phone to her, and then you can
Yes,
ask.
can you please hand over the earpiece so she
Okay,
can.
question. Which one?
Okay, we ask you a question, you listen.
Which question? Okay, listen very carefully. Can you
Okay.
tell us who you are? Okay.
Hello, good
Slowly.
morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning.
Yes, this is Biafra Television Live reaching you from Padova, Italy. And it's my pleasure to have you here. Can you please tell us your name? Introduce yourself to us, please.
I don't understand anymore. My name. I am Rosa Maria Codines. I'm from Catalonia.
Okay, you are from Catalonia. You are Catalonian indigene, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's my pleasure to have you. We've been able to have some interaction with some other Catalonians, and the question we are asking is, why are you requesting for freedom from Spain?
Ah, because we have a lot of questions. We have a difficult situation in Catalonia with a lot of problems, especially because we have economic system. It is not very good for us, and also our language. Our language, we have a lot of problems in the school and anymore because a lot of people around Catalonia speak Spanish. So our language is a small language, and we need very real politics this for learn more Catalan. We have a lot of problems of economic, a lot of languages, our language, and all problems. We need to make demonstrations in Madrid government.
Can you please take the camera closer because you are much far away? Place the camera closer because it's important that we see her face very
It's
well.
very you speak very fast. I don't understand anymore.
Okay, I will try now to speak much
What is the
slower.
question? No, what is the question?
Now, the question I'm asking is that Catalonia is developed. You have everything. You have light, electricity. You have electricity 24 hours a day. You have good roads. You have security. Is it not enough for you to remain in Spain as Spanish citizens without going for independence?
Um, yeah. In Spain, we ask to Spain. These our demonstrations is because Spain. We ask Spain, but we like to go independent because with our economic power, it's possible to resolve our problems. Yes. Mazi, please, I'll try to explain. She says, notwithstanding the fact that they have all these things, but they are asking the Spanish government that they should put their different ways because
with the natural resources that they are having, they can be able to solve their internal problems and
Yes.
be able to become a more greater nation.
Yes, all the time, Spanish power face the same, make the
Now,
same.
I want to ask another question because these are some of the questions that we are also asked. We come from the Biafra people come from a very rich region with oil and so many natural resources. And
The
each time,
promises,
yes, I want to speak English in a very slow way so you can understand me. Now, most of the time when you demand for freedom, that you don't want to be part of the general system like we are doing, Biafran people, the most of the accusation that we receive is that we are selfish, that we do not want to share our resources with every other people who are not our own people. Is it out of selfishness that the Catalonian want to take their resources and manage it by themselves?
Now, Mazi,
Okay,
they
now
should ask her.
the question is,
Let me cut it for her because if you ask a long question, she will not then catch you up. But let me
the
explain to her.
idea,
okay,
the
Yeah,
principal idea. Which one?
Italian.
okay,
Which one idea? You think which one idea? The most
The most
important
important. Now,
question.
he is saying, for example, the Biafrans, we
We,
Biafrans,
yes, yes,
when we ask for freedom
yes,
from
yes,
Nigeria,
yes,
they would say that we don't want to share our resources, economic power with other people.
yeah.
For you, Catalan, what do Spain say? What do they think?
No, all the make results, make solutions, but these solutions never are real.
Okay,
Never.
they
And it's possible to arrive money. Yes, arrive money. Arrive the real train. Arrive the roots. But no, no,
okay,
not real. Never is real.
yeah,
You understand? All the time we have Catalan people way and way, but nothing, nothing. And the people here says, stop,
okay.
stop.
Yeah. Honestly, it's just like the same thing that when you go to the northern part of Nigeria, all their roads are big enough and tarred. But for the Biafra people, notwithstanding the fact that the political sector of the eastern region, they are not doing it well,
No,
that everywhere is also, it looks not done yet. But what she's trying to say is that notwithstanding the fact that they wanted it to be, and then they are asking Spain the things they do for them, and Spain keep promising them.
from Bicester.
Every time they
now,
promise them
now
and
that
they
I
fail.
understand, there is another question I would
This
like to
is
ask.
this is exactly this
This is
promise, promise, and promise.
their main problem why
Now,
they are still fighting for it is because they are tired of their promises and they keep failing. And they have all those things and they don't want to give it to them. Go to your question.
okay,
Yes,
now that I would like to ask the last question before she goes. Before she goes, I would like to ask another question, which is the last question.
Yeah.
Can you tell
I,
me, are there other Catalonians who want to remain in Spain? Is it every Catalonian that want to leave Spain, or are there some Catalonians who love the way things are and they want to remain in Spain?
Existe qualche Catalogna che le gusta rimanere in
yeah,
Spagna.
yeah. No, because Catalonia it's a very powerful and rich area, and Spain needs this area. It
Massive.
needs.
And she says, no, absolutely no.
No,
None of them that wants to remain in Spain.
of
But
course,
the Spanish people, the Spanish government knows this because of their wealth and all that they have, so they continue keeping them subjection to themselves.
of course.
So, and they are tired of this particular situation. None of them wants to remain.
Thank you,
It's not like the flavors of Biafra land who wants to remain. No, their own, none, no single one of them wants to remain.
thank you very much. It's my pleasure
Thank
having
you
you.
very much.
Thank
Thank you.
you, thank you
Very,
very
thank
much.
you.
I appreciate that. So,
She's
one, it's
very, very
interesting.
happy that
It's
she was able
interesting
to.
for us to have been able to get somebody
Thank you.
despite all the
Thank
hitches,
you.
at least we've been able to attract certain realistic informations. But I believe that now, there are, in the future, as the program proceeds, would also be able to talk to some other people who understand, maybe in a more calmer environment as well. What other Jovista?
Um, is Wanda bringing another person for
No,
question?
no, no. You make your input from the question we've had so far. Make your input
All right.
and make your independent
You see,
observation.
just like you said before, the Catalana that just gave us answers to
Sardinia.
questions is
Sardinia.
saying
Io
that
vengo
most
dalla
of them
Sardegna, 4 ore.
believe in
Yes. This
Catalonia,
is
that
my
none of
flag.
them want to
This is
leave
Sardinia
Spain,
flag,
that
4
none of
ore.
them
Wow.
want to
I
stay.
get
Unlike some Biafrans who would always speak like the Egyptians, who say that it is better for them to remain in Egypt and be eating cucumber instead to go and die in the desert. But in the cause of Biafra freedom, nobody is going to die in desert or on exile. We are all marching to the land that is flowing with milk and honey. So I believe that as Biafrans are watching today, that we should be able to reach out, especially with this video, to others to understand what it means for to come in agreement with your people so that we can move forward. She said it here that even their government knew that all of them, every Catalan needs his or her freedom. And we
back
can
up.
see
It
it
doesn't
here.
allow my
But
WhatsApp to.
many old people, we can see them that really, really they thirst for their freedom. And I believe that our people are going to learn much from them today.
Thank you, Wanda. Because that is very, very important that we give our people the exposure they need in programs like this. Because most of the time, our people, when you are in your own struggle, you do not also understand that there are other people in the same struggle with you. Even in our individual private lives, we think that we are the only people that are oppressed. We feel that we are the only people that have problems. We feel that we are the only people that have issues. But in reality, when you go out there, you find out that there are also other people who share the same challenges like you. And this is the inspiration we're going to draw from the Catalonian people today, for us to understand that we are not alone in the struggle for freedom, and how they have also been able to manage their own process will help us if we remain committed to understanding that we need to learn. And that's why we are here today, covering events, asking them questions, for us to be able to be educated, to understand that we have a lot to learn from the Catalonian. Look at what is happening. We've not seen any story of sabotage, that they are being sabotaged. These are people who are unified towards a common cause. And our people must understand that for you to achieve any objective in life, you must come in unity. Not a situation where you have politicians, speaking from a different angle, and you have the ordinary people speaking from another angle. But here in Catalonia, you see the political class are aligned with their own people. They even have their own Catalonian parliament. What the Spanish government have not been able to do is to infiltrate them like they are doing to us in the zoo. If we had Biafra parliament, if our system was like the way it is today in Catalonia, you will see some of our Biafran politicians speaking against the Biafran people. But you see, every Catalonian politician, all of them in their parliament, working together towards their own independence. So it is very, very important that we understand that we can always achieve our aim if we all come together in unison. Wanda, are you there?
Yes, Mazi. Mazi, do you know that? Yes, do you know that I was even
Oh,
surprised
non andate via,
seeing
mi
this
dispiace, come se mi
huge
devo
number
prendere
of
po', andare
people
a tempo
on
con
the
loro.
streets of
No,
Catalonia
no, ha
today,
detto anche no,
because
mi dice
I
che non
was
devi
somehow
cansare.
demoralized according to Catalan news. You know, you just talked about not only us, we are being
Please, can I
suppressed,
come in?
that other people are also being
Can
suppressed
I
and
come in?
oppressed. Do you know that before today, that in the Catalan news say that nobody is still questing for the freedom of the Catalans. That's for 10 years now that the quest for freedom has reduced to 11 years. I'm sorry, to 11%, that not even the youth, not even the elder, that nobody is any longer interested in the freedom of the Catalans. So I was kind of afraid of what will happen today. But you see, that is what we see in Nigeria. You understand what I'm trying to say? Pushing a different narrative, a wrong narrative, why something else is happening. If we are not here live on,
Wanda, go ahead. Go
all
ahead.
right, all right. Sister on the ground wants to come in to just intervene, so I will go ahead.
Io vi metterò di nuovo. Io vi metterò di nuovo. Che rumore. Vi metterò. Siamo qua. There are things that are going on, and so they come flashly, flash and flash. And when I get them, I would like to stop. This is people from Sardinia that will be showing these are the Italian country, region, and they are also here today with their flags, and they are asking independence from Sardinia, from Italy also. So you see, in this occasion, there are many people that have been fighting for the same referendum, and they are here to protect the Catalonia. I have such the place is so noisy, and I will come back. We are going.
Wanda Chidinma, please,
Yeah,
can I,
come
I would
on,
like
come
to,
on.
can I talk to our Sardinian people? Yes, can you call any of them by name?
Sardinia.
Yes,
Yes,
please,
that is
can
what
I
I've
get
been
their names?
trying to do since. That is what
Can
I've
I
been
get their
trying.
names?
Yes, ecco, adesso rispondo delle domande e lei risponde. Cosa mi chiede? Ah, ascolta, e lei risponde. Ok,
Alora,
Mazi.
can you please put the camera? Can you please put the hello? Buongiorno,
Buongiorno.
mi senti?
Sì, sì, sento, sento.
Allora sei in diretta con Biafra Televisione Padova.
Ah, bene, bene, bene.
Allora è stato un piacere di conoscerti. Puoi dirci il suo nome, per favore? Il nome?
Allora, il mio nome è Francisca
Oh, Francesca.
Brigari. Francesca,
Ok,
vabbè, Francisca in Sardegna.
ok, Francesca,
Francesca.
sei una cittadina italiana?
No, io sono cittadina sarda.
Ah, non
Sardegna.
italiana.
Sardegna non è Italia, Sardegna è indipendente, Sardegna non è Italia.
Allora, sì, perché io sto trasmettendo direttamente da Padova. Allora, per me, ogni volta che vedo un sardegnese, credo che è un'italiana.
No, allora, noi parliamo italiano perché siamo comunque la Sardegna al momento attuale è sotto il governo italiano ufficialmente, però noi come Sardegna Nazione, che è il partito che io rappresento, lottiamo per l'indipendenza della Sardegna dallo Stato italiano. Va bene?
È la prima volta che io sento, perché dopo 20 anni in Italia non
Sì?
sono mai accorto della richiesta da popolo di Sardegna chiedendo l'indipendenza dall'Italia. Non ho
No,
mai sentito.
è storica la richiesta di indipendenza da parte della Sardegna per staccarsi dal governo italiano. Il vero è che noi oggi siamo qui a Barcellona in solidarietà al popolo catalano come partito, come movimento indipendentista. Dalla Spagna, vuole essere indipendente dalla Spagna, così come la Sardegna vuole essere indipendente dall'Italia. E quindi noi, come ogni anno, veniamo qua in Catalogna perché oggi è la giornata della festa della Catalogna, la diada, loro la chiamano la diada indipendentista, e noi siamo qui in solidarietà ospiti come delegazione internazionale, e siamo qui ospiti e portiamo la nostra piena solidarietà al popolo catalano.
Veramente per me è una situazione molto interessante, perché come indigeno popolo del Biafra ci siamo
Sì?
trovati anche nella situazione uguale. Allora, non so se tu hai un'idea o hai mai sentito della Biafra.
Se io sono, perdonami, mi ripeti?
Sto chiedendo se hai mai
Parlare?
sentito storia della Biafra.
Sì, più o meno sì, nel senso che comunque è un popolo in lotta per la libertà. Tant'è vero che ci siamo ritrovati anche in Corsica, siete venuti anche in Corsica, mi sembra di ricordare, perché anche in Corsica c'è un raduno internazionale ogni anno dove appunto si ritrovano i popoli che sono oppressi da altre nazioni. Quindi in linea generale sì, noi cerchiamo di essere presenti laddove ci sono popoli che lottano per l'indipendenza.
Allora,
È molto interessante anche la vostra lotta, la vostra battaglia.
benissimo, benissimo, veramente sono fiero e contento perché alla fine ho dimostrazioni di volontà di umano di avere le sue libertà,
Certo, certo.
che non puoi negare nessuno.
Va bene, anche a me ha fatto piacere. Forza e viva i popoli in lotta per la libertà. Ciao, ciao.
Grazie, grazie, buona giornata, grazie.
Ciao, 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 ciao,
Thank
ciao.
you, thank you
Mazi,
very much.
Mazi, Mazi,
Yes.
Mazi, allora, visto che siamo in tema, io mi aggancio con la lingua italiana, veramente, come anche per me è stata veramente una scoperta. Io lo so, ho sempre saputo che il popolo sardi chiedono la loro indipendenza dall'Italia. È veramente un'isola ricca, ma non sono mai, loro sono solo riconosciuta come una regione autonoma. Adesso però io qua I have to drop off from here, ne riprenderemo quel discorso, però now the Biafrans are coming in to come to pay their own homage as other fighters, other people has done. So these are the IPOB Catalonian family and those that are invited worldwide joining them. We are bringing our flowers and see. Also here I'm happy because our youth in Catalonia also being trained and being talk about Biafra, and then I believe is so positive because they believe living in this particular Catalonia, they can be able to imitate the Catalonia youth and do the needful for Biafra referendum of freedom.
Yes, so we can see Biafrans with their flag marching down the cenotaph, and it's an interesting moment. And I would like you to focus the camera directly as people march down to show their respect
Can you
to
see
the
them?
fallen heroes of uh, the Catalonian heroes who have fought for the independence of the Catalonian people. It's quite an emotional
Mazi,
moment for yes.
Mazi, as we are watching and as we are moving on, I want to talk about this disturbing and worrisome reports that I've been getting for over 20 minutes now. I've had series of screenshots of this suppression from Facebook. They never allowed people to share what we are doing. If you share, they take it down. And I would want to read one of the reasons why Facebook is taking our posts down. Here, it says why this happened. It said we remove your post.
This is the
Why
time
this
that
happened? The reason is that it looks like you try to get likes, follows, shares, or video
one
views
family.
in a misleading way. Master Patrick, what the Catalonians are doing today, how is it misleading to Facebook that they call what we are doing a spam and is a misleading information?
Awada, I have had experience where I share a video of the Catalonian speech that was made by one of the freedom fighters. And Facebook closed down that video and threatened to ban my page. And I got that message earlier today. But notwithstanding, we must continue. We cannot be analyzing Facebook in this program. We need to focus on what is happening on the ground. Then we'll talk about whatever happens later to avoid unnecessary distraction in my opinion, because Facebook and its excesses not be overemphasized. Here we are now, Wada, IPOB representing Biafra, Biafrans all over the world in their presentation of their allegiance and also their solidarity with the Catalonian people by dropping flower on the cenotaph as part of the tradition, yearly tradition of as practiced in Barcelona. So it's my pleasure also to have this wonderful
As you can see, now
program
the
here.
Biafra flag is
While
flying.
we follow the activities, we don't have to give Facebook the attention they are seeking. We just have to keep moving forward. Ada.
Mazi, please, I'm sorry to disturb you. You can see the first flag in front is the Cataluna, the one with the white star, and then the yellow star, followed by the Biafran flag and all the Biafra, the IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra that are here today to identify themselves with the Catalonia. So we don't have to mind the Facebook. This is happening live. It's real. It's not about the information that they are giving to people. So I am so really blessed to be here today. IPOB, they say, and they say one family, and they say all hail Biafra and all hail Catalonia, all hail Sardinia in this time, and all hail Corsica, all hail all the people that are fighting for their liberation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wada Chidima. Thank you for being on the ground and running this anchor as expected. In fact, you have become more professional than anticipated, and I want to say thank you. Thank you very
Exactly.
much for for that wonderful. While we wait for more people to talk to us on the ground, even some of our IPOB members as well, would like to have some conversation with them. For those who are
Yes.
available to interact with us, you can put
Sure,
them
I'm
by
going
default
there.
in an
I'm going
environment where
there.
you have less noise, so they can also tell us some of their experiences and how they are making their contribution in supporting the Catalonian people. Because it's very, very important that we hear from our people, not just the Catalonians or Italians who are also present. So while we wait for that to happen, what about Jovista? I don't know if you have any input at this point in time.
um as we are continuing, just like you have appreciated our sister, I also commend her because she's even surprising me, and I say, wow, our sister is giving more than we expected. So our sister, I'm saying kudos to you, and more courage to you. We can see that Biafrans, IPOB has all it takes. Biafran has all it takes to build a nation. Anything you want, every area, every profession you want, you find them in IPOB. Our sister has been so professional. She has been doing wonderfully well. As we wait for people, we also I'm also amazed the number of our people that are on this very ground today, because I was not even looking up to this number of people, and you can see that it is all lies when we think that some other group has taken over IPOB. You can see that IPOB is still very intact, and we are all ready to pursue the cause of our freedom.
Okay.
But really, I'm so
Where
sorry to
there,
intervene. Yes, Mazi, come on.
there is somebody I saw with an armored dressing, with a rifle and possibly a machete. I think that is an advanced person. He got past him. I wanted us to take a look at that
Ah,
outfit, because I believe it's a symbol of crown of warfare. And
okay, please, are you
I would
talking
have
about
loved to know, maybe possibly, these are part of the histories of their war
Ma?
dressing, and this was how they went to war to defend their territory at the time. So I can see we have some people with rifles, and I don't know if it is possible to ask them, why are they putting all these dresses?
Buenos días. ¿Habla inglés? French? Parle français? Where are you from? Ah, Catalonia. Ah, why are you people dressing like this?
C'est le truc de les frontières de la cité pendant le conflit de 1614.
Okay, yeah, this was how they were when they started defending the city in 1714. I know you speak English and you can tell us something. You are holding one. Oh, sorry, you are holding one of their rifles as you are coming. He speaks English, and this is the security. The Catalonian police. Thank you very much. Sorry. Okay, they are so serious. So let me go on.
In 1740.
Okay, let me ask you in English, right? Okay, why are they this way?
Yeah,
Why do they dress like this?
Father, you would have given her the earpiece, because with the earpiece it would be easier for him to understand, because it was clear.
It is already like the same problem we are having, and the technical say that she
Wanda,
no longer do.
give him the earpiece, please. Give him the
Can
earpiece.
you put the earpiece?
They are
Yes.
they are dressed. They are reenacting the armies which defended Barcelona in 1714 in the siege against the Spanish army. And it was September 11th, 1714,
was the day in which the city was conquered. So it's the commemoration of the defeat and the surrender of the city, because after that year, Catalonia lost all its political rights. Catalan language was forbidden, was counted, so there was an attempt to obliterate the Catalan culture.
Thank you.
Wow,
Mazi, I hope you heard him.
absolutely, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
I want to ask their names, okay? ¿Cómo se
Amadeus.
hace?
Amadeus. Amadeus.
Yeah,
Francesca,
so
Catalonia.
Yeah, he's
Catalonia.
Catalan. He's
How
Catalan.
like Español, Catalunya, English?
I'm español, no.
Español.
No,
No sé catalán. Soy biafrano, no Nigeria. Okay.
no sé si
Habla en Cataluña.
explíquele que cuando yo repetí, pasaba el conflicto de Biafra.
But this, no, no, because he's telling me that when he
Mazi,
was young,
Mazi, Patrick, I would like to ask them. I would like to ask him one
if you
question
remember,
because
Dígale
I
que
believe
deberían
that
de
he
manifestar
he
a favor
has
de
more
he went to
information.
demonstrations
Okay.
in favor of the Biafran people. He's,
And translate.
yeah, he's telling me that when he was young, that is when the Biafra conflict happened, and he went several times on demonstrations for the freedom of Biafra. Yeah,
so he knows about the Biafran's history.
I think they are talking to you.
Mazi, look, Mazi, let me come. They cannot hear you, and that's why the technician said I should no longer give out the earpiece. I hope
Okay,
in future we will improve in having isolated microphones. Okay, yeah, he said when he was young, he heard about this is Mr. Francesco. You cannot call him Spanish. He is Catalona. As we say, don't call me Nigerian. I am Biafra. It's the same thing with him. And so he says when he was young, he was aware about the Biafran war and he's in support for Biafran freedom. Is there anything you can tell us about today, Catalonia, what he wants and what he will also wish Biafrans?
Martha, when you are done, before they will go, I would like to ask them one question, please.
He's saying freedom, 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 independence, independence, independence.
okay.
Wanda,
So
go on with your question.
what I question I would like to ask
Okay.
them.
Okay. The
Yeah.
question I would have loved to ask that in our own that we had pogroms and genocide carried on Biafrans. I don't know if there was anything like that for Catalans. Was there any time that they experienced genocide on Catalans?
Okay.
It must be the last question because the other they have to start the
Okay,
performance.
I'm sorry to interrupt
So
because they
sorry.
are going for a performance. They have to join their team. They
Yes.
are coming.
Nice to
And
meet you.
I was asking in North Biafra, there was genocide and pogroms against the Catalonia. Did anything like that happen?
There were a lot of executions, political executions, but nothing as intense. Nothing as intense as a genocide.
Okay. He replied, he said that there were a lot of executions, but that nothing was as intense as the Biafran genocide. That is what he said. So now groups are coming, look at them, and you can see that there are also youth in the link. Look at them. I hope you can
Because
hear
this
me.
is a
I
very
hope.
colorful event. Very
Yes.
colorful event. And we are looking forward that someday in our lands we shall have same experience.
Yeah, personally, what I'm looking at is how a people have fought so hard, despite the oppression, to preserve their culture, to make
And
sure that
that,
culture is preserved. When you compare them to our people, you You see the people who are gullible that any culture can infiltrate are the kind of people who can easily be influenced by outside culture. So you see us continue to dig the mountains of direct, and we have a lot to learn. That in thousands of years, these Catalonian people, despite all the oppression, have continued to preserve their culture, continue to fight to keep their language, continue to fight to make sure that their language is not obliterated. These are the things we need to learn. What actually, I don't know if I'm coming out clear to you.
Very, very clear. But please, I'm sorry to take you back. Something touched me so much when that man said that yes, they had a lot of institutions, but nothing as intense. He used that word, nothing as intense as the Biafran genocide. And he said, "You don't know why we are not recognized." So I'm asking, if people all over the world, they are all aware, is aware, they know the history is there. What is holding the United Nations in asking us, giving us the possibility for referendum? What are they afraid of? Is it just like the Spanish people are afraid of the Catalonians? Is it just because they know that when we leave, they will stop stealing our oil, they will stop doing a lot of things? What then is the problem? This is my question.
Well, Jovi Star, I don't know if you have anything to say.
Yeah, looking at the colorful events and also supporting our sister and what the Catalans said. Why are they not giving us as we all know that we have been trying to push towards EU and UN. It's not that they do not know; they know, but even the British, even the Britain, up till now, are yet to apologize to what they did to us, how we were blockaded and 3.5 million children were starved. And up till today, the Britain is still heading to kill Biafrans. As we know that as the US government is no longer supplying them with fighter jets, we see the British government doing that, aiding Nigerian government. They do not have voices to be heard. They do not want us to gain our own independence simply because they are benefiting from our natural resources. But I will always remember the message of our great leader, Mazi, Kanu, when he said that we will give you all these minerals free by the time we get our independence. Through this spreading awareness through media, through all
Seguidament
available
té la paraula
information
Maria
centers and
Antònia Font Oliver,
information
de Mallorca, dona
outlets.
lluitadora
We
per
know
la
that
llengua.
in
Actualment
no
està al
time
govern
the
del
world
Consell de
will
la
hear us
República. Maria
and
Antònia, sisplau.
they will grant us
Hola, bon
our
dia a tothom.
referendum.
Let's see how let's follow activities on the ground. Uh, okay, so we are also live on Twitter. If Facebook is not transmitting our program, you can go on Twitter, BTV on Twitter. Go and join us on Twitter, where BTV is also transmitting live there. We are live BTV Catalonian Memorial Day, where the indigenous people of Biafra are invited as special guests to be part of the activities and program of the day. So we are coming to you. Here with me is Nwada Jovista Chichi. I am Mazi Kim Patrick DK, and we have our Nwada Chidimma, who is anchoring live on the ground in Barcelona, Spain, bringing to us the live coverage of the event and the activities as they unfold. We've gotten a notification that Facebook is trying to suppress this program, but we encourage you to go on Twitter. The Twitter space is free and the transmission is going on there quietly and 100% without any form of disturbance. Wada Jovista, while we wait for the program on the the news
Avui
of
encara existeixen els feixistes.
we also want to
La dreta,
allow people to pay attention, listen to their transmission there on the podium while we stay at the background, because our duty and our job is to ask questions, interview people, get information and pass them across to make sure that we use this program as a channel of education and enlightenment to make our people understand as well that we are not the only people who are oppressed around the world, and be able to show them a clear vision of who are also oppressed people and how they are facing their oppression, how they are dealing with it. So it's important that we continue to use this program to educate our people and to encourage them, to make them see that on the other side of the ocean, we also have solidarity and support from other nations around the world. Now, we are not alone in this
caminar decididament. Som països catalans i volem un països catalans
the names of
units.
their heroes, Catalonian
La
heroes,
resta dels
called
països
out,
catalans,
will
la
continue
lluita
to
que
hold
vosaltres
on
esteu duent
and
a
hang
terme
on to this
està
program. Thank you
ampliat
very
als
much.
països catalans.
Yeah,
I no
one thing
desistirem
again is that
i
they
que
are
aquests països
also
catalans no estiguin
their
lliures
objectives,
completament,
keep
la nació
repeating what they
completa,
want,
la
keep
nació que
trying
somiem
to know that
completa.
are with them.
Han de
There is
persistir,
something that struck
recordar
me now. There was an
la lluita
elderly
dels
man
que ens
that
han
came here.
precedit,
He didn't want
omplir-nos
his
de
name to be
coratge
changed.
i
He
valentia.
was in
El coratge és la disposició del cor i de l'ànima per estar ferm i per tirar endavant i per treballar la unitat estratègica.
So you can
I per
imagine
acabar vos vull
the
dir
caliber
que
and the set of people
com deia el
that
Pedrolo,
we are meeting here
només
today, and they want to remain
no va guanyat
anonymous.
encara definitivament,
Something again I need to say, I will
només
not tell you
desmoralitza
this
els que no
particular
saben
program,
veure-la
this
com un
point of the
entrenament de
program
cara a
of
una
this
futura
day
victòria.
is being all
El
these are
Consell
their
de la República mos encoratja tots a
national
treballar
television,
units,
not just
a
in
no competir
Catalina
i a
and
cooperar,
Barcelona,
a
but
superar
in
la
the whole
divisió,
state.
a cercar
So
consensos,
it is
a no
something that
dividir-nos de
even
tot allò que
they
ens
in
carregarà
the state
d'energia,
yet, they have
i
this freedom
això
of
no és
remaining that
impossible.
very day,
Com deia el
11
poeta
September
Eivisany, Maria Vinet
1714.
Gómez,
So
voler l'impossible
yes,
ens cal i que
they
no
are
mori el
mentioning
desig.
their fallen heroes and
Per
people
tant,
that have
demanem
been
aquest
standing
futur
and
compartit de la
standing and
nació
standing.
completa
So
i
wow,
dir-vos per acabar
it's really,
que els
I'm seeing lots of
resistents
black,
de
but later I would like to know
1714 tenien com a lema
there are a lot of
Donet
black
Perficia,
people
vol
from
dir
different parts of the
fins
nation
a aconseguir-ho.
fighting for their
I com deia la
freedom. They
Patricia
are blind
Galancho,
today.
ara estem de llaurar victòries civils i democràtiques. Persistirem fins a assolir l'objectiu de la independència de la nació completa. Visca la terra, visca els països catalans. Moltes gràcies, Maria Antònia. Bé, ara tindrà la paraula Jordi Gaseni. Actualment és president de l'Associació de Municipis per la Independència. L'acompanyarà l'Ester Vallès, alcaldessa i de l'executiva de l'AMI. Endavant.
Bon dia. Bon dia, xics i xiques.
Bon dia.
Per l'Aldi és molt important, és un honor que avui poguéssim estar aquí al Fossar de la mà de tota la gent d'esta comissió independentista del Fossar de les Moreres. Mobilitzats un any més a Barcelona i a tot el país, perquè hi serem tantes vegades com calgui als carrers. Aquesta és la mostra de resistència que ens cal, persistir com a poble i recordar-nos a nosaltres mateixos i també al món qui som i què volem del nostre poble. Consens, i acció unitària. Ho dic així a poc, perquè són dos conceptes que costen de pronunciar. Doncs, per molt que costi, és l'única recepta per aconseguir els nostres objectius de llibertat. Estem farts de l'estat espanyol, farts de l'estat on manen els jutges, farts dels hereus del franquisme i de l'espoli sistemàtic dels recursos del nostre poble. Sortim al carrer és dir prou a l'ofegament i de la destrucció de l'estat del benestar de Catalunya. Allò nostre més propi, que se mos vol manllevar des de la normalitat més absoluta, els valors com el treball, com la llengua, la cultura, el bé comú, el diàleg per la resolució de conflictes. Des de l'AMI tenim un encàrrec, que és reivindicar el municipalisme com a espai de sobirania a preservar. Les institucions més pròximes als veïns i a les veïnes de la nostra nació en construcció. Som més de 700 pobles i ciutats del país amb milers de càrrecs independentistes com tots nosaltres escollits per un poble. Els municipis som part important dels fonaments de la nació catalana. D'allí sortiren les majories aclaparadores que van fer els embats amb l'estat espanyol i amb la seva monarquia corrupta la proclamació de la República Catalana de Francesc Macià a l'any 31. I gràcies a l'esforç de tots i totes vam poder viure una de pròpia d'oportunitat, l'embat democràtic més recent, el del referèndum de l'1 d'octubre del 2017. Ara el temps corre i tot va molt de pressa. No cal esperar tant. Preparem-nos i des de l'AMI, des dels pobles i ciutats del país, amb la resta d'organitzacions i de la mà del poble català, ens emplacem a treballar-ho cada dia per fer-ho realitat. Per això, i per acabar, per això cal que ens posem a fer els deures. Volem acabar la feina i volem un embat definitiu. Visca Catalunya lliure!
Visca! Gràcies, president de l'AMI. Gràcies. Ara és el torn de la representant dels comitès en defensa de la República, la Sònia Pasqual. Sònia, només una pregunta, amics i amigues, una pregunta. Què hauríem fet i què faríem sense els comitès en defensa de la República? Què faríem? Els necessitem, sisplau. Gràcies.
Hola, bon dia. Avui fa 310 anys de la defensa de Barcelona contra el Borbó invasor i 12 anys de la primera de les grans manifestacions populars que van acabar empenyent els polítics perquè se celebrés el referèndum del 2017. Els CDRs, com a comitès de defensa del referèndum, vam néixer aquell 1 d'octubre, però som fills de totes les generacions que durant aquests més de 3 segles no hem deixat de lluitar contra el Borbó i per la independència. I seguim lluitant, malgrat la repressió, malgrat milers de persones represaliades. Entre aquestes persones represaliades ens contem els CDRs víctimes de l'operació Judes. I aquest divendres passat hem sabut que haurem d'esperar les respostes de les prejudicials que l'Audiència Nacional Espanyola ha presentat al Tribunal de Justícia de la Unió Europea per evitar amnistiar-nos. Fa temps que sabem que el pactisme amb Espanya només condueix a enganys i blanqueja l'Estat internacionalment. Hem vist què se n'ha tret d'investir Pedro Sánchez i d'obtenir indults. I estem veient què se'n treu de l'amnistia i d'investir Salvador Illa. Això és una ocupació i amb l'ocupant no s'hi pacta. Qui pacta s'ha passat a l'altre bàndol. La política institucional ens vol pacificats, però el conflicte es manté perquè la independència encara no s'ha assolit i perquè els atacs de l'espanyolisme continuen. Practiquen sobre nosaltres un genocidi sense armes de foc i depèn de nosaltres, incloent-hi la gent desenganyada, que ens matin la identitat, la llengua, la cultura i la dignitat. a banda de fer una crida a la mobilització col·lectiva i individual, tant al carrer com en la defensa i l'ús de la llengua i dels símbols, o el boicot a la banca, les empreses i els establiments anticatalanistes, instem a bastir una unitat alternativa, tant social com electoral, al marge de partits autonomistes que estigui determinada a culminar la feina. Si tota la gent que volem alliberar-nos d'aquest jou colonial que ens escanya prenem consciència de què passarà si no ho fem, l'alliberament serà més a prop. Visca la terra lliure!
Moltes gràcies. Molt bé. Amics, amigues, ara donem la paraula a Damià del Clot, advocat, politòleg, escriptor, professor. Diu: cop d'estat judicial contra l'amnistia. I això és el que ens passa.
Molt bona diada a totes i a tots, amics i companys. Vivim en un estat judicial governat per togues que ens són hostils. Estem immersos en una tirania de la toga, homes i dones que tenen el monopoli de la darrera paraula i que no dubten en interpretar les lleis contra els interessos de l'independentisme. La nostra no és una democràcia lliure i igual. Vivim en una democràcia legalista, en un estat judicial on només és democràtic allò que és legal. Mireu, fa molts anys que l'independentisme està sent perseguit, reprimit, aniquilat pels defensors de la raó d'estat espanyola. Com va dir Josep Benet, estem en una voluntat genocida de tot el que és català. Hi ha un fil roig que uneix la repressió franquista d'avui amb la repressió franquista del passat. És la mateixa repressió. El decret d'abolició del Tribunal de Repressió i Masoneria del Comunisme crea el Tribunal d'Ordre Públic i el decret d'abolició del Tribunal d'Ordre Públic crea l'Audiència Nacional. Avui, els tribunals espanyols són el principal instrument colpista. No és un cop violent, no es veuen tancs, no es veuen avions sobrevolant el Parlament, no es veuen imatges de tricordis assaltant el Congrés dels Diputats. Avui, el cop d'estat, com diu el president Carles Puigdemont, és un cop d'estat híbrid. És una guerra judicial híbrida. El lawfare és un cop de vellut, és tècnic, té la inofensiva presència d'una sentència judicial, però és demolidor per la democràcia. El paper de la cara B de l'estat espanyol, el paper del deep state espanyol és imprescindible per la voluntat colpista. L'estat profund és un estat que es construeix a partir de presentar proves falses contra l'independentisme, s'inventa informes, punxa telèfons mòbils, practica detencions arbitràries i s'incrusta a les organitzacions civils. Sempre acompanyat del periodisme d'estat, que és el veritable sicari, perquè anticipa el relat, perquè és l'altaveu mediàtic del colpisme espanyol. I no ens podem oblidar de l'alt poder togat. Els nous colpistes d'avui porten toga i punyetes. No tenen noms militars, sinó que pertanyen a estils judicials. No s'expressen en llenguatge barroer, sinó jurídic. Tenen el prestigi de ser els grans juristes. Si no som capaços de construir un veritable moviment independentista fort, unitari, sense rancors, sense odis, remant tots en la mateixa direcció i sent conscients que l'objectiu de la independència és difícil, però és possible, serem aniquilats. Avui sabem el que ens enfrontem. El 2017 no podíem arribar ni a intuir-ho, però avui ho sabem. Sabem que l'enemic vesteix toga, que té un monopoli d'interpretació de les lleis, que té capacitat de dictar mesures cautelars de detenció i de pressió, que són mesures arbitràries. Sabem que l'altra part té immunitat, que facin l'aberració que facin, no es passarà res. Però nosaltres ens tenim a nosaltres mateixos. O ens unim, o ens fem forts als carrers i a les places, a les institucions i a la societat civil, o serem vençuts. Unitat, república, independència. Visca Catalunya lliure!
Molt bé, Damià, visca. Bé, ara, si vos segur que coneixeu una dona valenta, una catalana nascuda a Perú. M'estic referint a la Rosario Palomino. No em canviïs de llengua. Endavant, Rosario. Bona diada a tothom. Us he de confessar una cosa. Alguns dies, quan tinc la percepció que la nostra llengua nacional és en llevades, que Catalunya mai no sortirà la plena independència, que la desunió ens porta pel pedregar i que se'ns ha venut a Madrid a canvi de nada, l'única cosa que funciona per animar-me és una bona dosis en vena de mitjans espanyolistes. Deixo de banda per unes hores l'Avui i el VilaWeb i em capbusso al retorn reclòs i ranci del Espanyol, el OK Diarios, l'ABC, la COPE, Ràdio Nacional, la SER, les seves televisions i, en fi, i bon 90% de mitjans de comunicació marca Espanya. I sí, si bé els primers minuts solen ser durs i complicats i moltes vegades amargs, quan torno una estona m'omple com a catalana un optimisme irrefrenable, una sensació encesa de victòria imminent, un optimisme a tocar, validat per l'Espanya més castissa, perquè ells encara creuen que ho podem aconseguir, encara tenen que ens aixecarem abans no acabi el compte enrere. Saben que la partida encara no ha acabat i també saben per tant, que encara no es poden donar per vencedors. De la mateixa manera que nosaltres els catalans no ens hauríem de donar per vençuts tan fàcilment, de vegades el nostre opressor veu gegants amb nosaltres. Veu gegants amb nosaltres on no veiem nosaltres ni molins. Tot sovint ells, per això que hi tenem a jugar i a perdre, que és molt, veuen moviments sobre el tauler que nosaltres tenallats per la desunió interna, la manca d'autoestima i assimilació de la indefensió com a relat perpetuo, són incapaços de tramar. Llegir, veure o escoltar els inacabables mitjans espanyolistes pot arribar a fer-me feliç, perquè ells no només creuen més que nosaltres mateixos que nosaltres, que tenim moltes probabilitats de victòria, sinó que som, i amb molta diferència, més hàbils que ells per aconseguir identificar i que, més manté els catalans dempeus, els catalans mínimament esperançats. Allò que fa que no oblidem la lluita i reconeixem dignes com a poble. Espanya sap també que ha de témer la Catalunya, sap que també, com nosaltres, la raó per la qual més de 3 segles encara tenim encara la nostra, el nostre desig i la nostra de rendició indefinitiva. Per tant, què és el que ens connecciona com poble? Quina és la poció màgica que ens dona la seguretat per aguantar el seu setge implacable? I quina és aquesta poció? Quina és la nostra marca secreta que farà que aquests passats anys no perdem la nostra identitat quan ja ho hauríeu endeunat? La llengua, la nostra llengua hermosa, la nostra hermosa llengua, el català. És el català allò que encara ens permet adonar-nos com nació, allò que ens ajuda a vertebrar pàtria, allò que ens manté dins des de les Sarsueles i Moncloas lluitant el combat. Encara és per això, precisament, que la immensa majoria d'atacs contra Catalunya són darrerament atacs contra la nostra llengua, des de la dreta, la ultradreta i la dreta dissimulada, aquella del puño i el clavel, des del poder judicial, fins i tot des dels obispos i fins i tot des dels seus cantants progres. Sí, hi ha res que d'Espanya realment rebent com a amenaçador de tot això que fem, que és precisament senzillament parlar català. De tant en tant, companys, ja sabeu què podeu fer, què podem fer. Fer el nostre dia a dia per a seguir en peus, per a seguir rendint-nos, parlem català. Cada dia, cada hora, en totes les interaccions, no canviem de llengua, no serà sinó això que el que ens portarà a la victòria final, no ho sé, però segur que serà el que impedirà la nostra derrota i la nostra desaparició com a poble. Visca Catalunya lliure! Gran Rosario Palomino, no em canvieu de llengua. Gràcies, Rosario. Gràcies. Per què no canviem de llengua. Importantíssim. Bé, ara la paraula la té Oriol Falguera, president de la Fundació Reeixida.
Bon dia. Bé, avui parlo en nom de la...
All right. As we are continuing, we are here live and direct, witnessing what is going on in Catalonia today. Catalonia is in Spain, but since 1714, the city was conquered, and they have been trying to gain their own freedom. And it was on the 1st of October 2017 that the referendum was conducted, and about 2.3 million people voted for their freedom that day. And but unfortunately for them, the Spanish government denied them their independence. After the votes, they were suspended, but they are not moving back. They are not sitting back. They are still pushing forward to make sure that their rights were restored, and the referendum, the suspended referendum results was reversed. And
Yes.
that is what we are witnessing here today. Today, they call it the other holiday. Mazi, did I get it right? It's not my language, it's not English language. And their language, they call it the other holiday. Am I right?
It is a holiday in Catalonia. A day just like you have the 30th of May, day of commemoration, uh, in remembering the day that they lost their freedom. And this had been going on for years now. And they believe that someday the total independence is going to come. They share similarities with the Biafran people. The only difference is they have been able to build themselves a unity that is unbreakable. They have been able to indoctrinate their new generation into understanding their rights as a people. And these are the areas we must put effort in
Aquí
indoctrinating
un clam per la
them to
independència
understand
nacional de Catalunya,
their rights
per demanar
and the oppression.
per tots els territoris
So today we've seen some of our people say, "Oh, let that a better Nigeria is possible." Like our ex Labour Party presidential candidate Peter be telling you that a better Nigeria. How is a better Nigeria possible from having your own independence? So we've seen Catalonian people, even all their politicians are behind their people. But in our own case, our own politicians are still in bed with the oppressors. These are the things we are bringing forward to our people to understand that we cannot really form a united front towards our independence. So it is quite interesting. It's an interesting day, a very wonderful day, a day for education and enlightenment, and we have a lot of inspiration to draw from what is happening in Catalonia today. Wanda?
Well, what I will say is, uh, Mazi, I think, do I ask it as a question? Let me ask you. If about 8 million people are pushing for their independence, despite having everything, Mazi, how is it impossible for over 70 million people to gain their freedom?
Yes, you know that it's not a question of the numbers. It is not a question of the numbers because a united 8 million people is better than a divided 70 million people. And it is important that we understand that just like you have also the zoo today, you have 200 million people, but they cannot even produce what is it called? They cannot even produce a toothpick with the population of the zoo. So it's not a question of the numbers, but it is a question of people understanding the objective behind their aspiration, understanding the objective behind their demand, understanding the objective behind the future they want to build. That is the bottom line. So for me, I think that what the Catalonian people have done over the years is to sustain their culture, sustain their struggle, continue to educate their next generation on the need to continue from where their former generation have stopped. And one thing again we must also bring forth to our people too is to look at the history of the Catalonian struggle. Because every day you see our people who want Biafra today, tomorrow, they are in a hurry. They want Biafra overnight. You see them go into different kind of criminalities because they feel they are desperate that they want Biafra now, and you see lives being lost. But look at the struggle of the Catalonian people, thousands of years that they have been fighting, and they never gave up. And nobody can come tomorrow and tell them that he's a leader of one autopilot group or one useless group. Because the people understand themselves very well. So that is why it's difficult for you to see any form of infiltration. That was the reason I asked a specific question. Are there Catalonians who want to remain in Spain? They have refused to be distracted by, main shows. When you come to see Biafra stock, you see a lot of people, they want to see shows. The moment somebody come with one show, you see all of them run to the platform. They want to see, I see somebody dancing with wine, showing bling bling gold plate and gold spoon. The Catalonian people have refused to be distracted. These are people who understand. They have been able to educate themselves. They have been able to imbibe a culture of resilience. So we have a lot of inspiration to draw from the Catalonian experience, Wada.
Thank you so much, Mazi. I must tell you that I am a very happy person, witnessing from the beginning and the continuation of this rally and national day of the Catalans, and I believe that many of our people are also witnessing same, as we draw a lot of inspirations. Some of us still need to go back to the drawing board and ask themselves questions. Why must we follow a showman? Why must we say that these people are not getting it better? It must be me, it must be me. As we can see here, there is no it must be me or Mr. I, or Miss or Mrs. I, but everybody understands the reason why they are here. And I believe we have our lessons to learn from this day.
Yes, Wada, while we continue to listen to what is happening on the ground, I believe that we might be taking some break. I don't know. We would like to get in touch with our anchor on the ground to be able to understand and communicate to our people when the next program will be coming forth. Because we know that there is another program, a more official program that will be coming forth later in the day. We would want to get all those objective information to be able to communicate to our people on.
Una donna antifascista, internazionalista, independentista.
Mazi,
I mireu, ho
can I
farem
say something, studio? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
la muixaranga,
Yeah, thank you
amunt
very
amb la
much. We are
muixaranga.
just waiting for the
I
IPOB
tota la
time to
família
come up for
aquí
them to
present.
do the
Endavant,
same.
família.
That is, after
La
this family,
Conxita
I
Bosch
think they will
té la
call
paraula.
our family particular program, and then another one is by 5 p.m. So after this one, yeah, yeah. So after these people, the IPOB family Catalonia will also come to honor a fallen female Nigerian. So we just have to wait till that time. Oh, this family, it is a sad moment. Momentous, this is the woman, and this is the IPOB family coming on to pilgrimage to this woman that is also a veteran that she died for this war. Woman at Tega and Karma's brother, that's her name. Yeah, it's a woman, you see. At the back of everything, they used to say behind every. But here I want to say behind the explanation, Catalonia, they are also women. There are women. So also all her women. Yes. Everybody is emotion, people in tears.
presented a bouquet of flowers of red chrysanthemum. I don't know the name in Spanish or English, and showing them our support. You can also see that our youth in Catalonia also raise their hands with Kanu Mpunyo. You can have your cues. So, okay, okay.
That is quite an interesting moment there. Um,
Okay. So please, Mazi, we also have to go for a short break to systemize our gadgets. So see you people later. Thank you. BTV Live.
I don't know how.
There is Mazi Lawrence sitting here with me from Catalonia. For now, we say goodbye.
Thank you very
Han
much.
estat
Thank you
50 anys de lluita i compromís i ens hem
guys again soon. And Wada, we've seen the moment when IPOB presented their flower to the family that lost their loved one in course of the struggle. And I believe that was during the referendum because we had it was a brutal moment for the Catalonian people when the referendum was invaded by the Spanish police and the military, arresting and beating people up to make sure that that referendum does not see the light of day. Nwada,
lluitat per la llibertat dels presos polítics i contra la repressió. Es va acarnissar,
Yeah,
sobretot
it
sobre
has
ells
been
que
a
van
very
posar el
massive
focus
one
al règim del 78.
and a
I va ser
very
des de les
powerful
relacions
one.
familiars de més dels presos polítics
Just like you say,
i
hope the technical director is listening to us as we just have to
les
go
milers de
a
represaliats
break and
europeus.
then come back as our sister already said. I don't know if our sister is there, sister. If you are still there, thank you so much. Okay, okay, our sister is no longer there, but we will come back again.
Vull recordar especialment
yeah,
la
so
sinceria a través de la representació
despite
secreta de la
the
bateria, una
request for
solidaritat
peace,
molt intensa de la
there
qual n'estàvem molt orgullosos.
is some level of
També va
coverage
formar
going
part de la llista d'iniciativa
from
internacionalista
members
a
of
les
IPOB
conferències de l'any 2009.
in the Biafran
Actualment
flag.
a càrrec del Comitè Català de Solidaritat Internacionalista,
In
donant
most cases,
des del moviment indignat de
and that is
solidaritat
why it
amb
is
el poble
important
català,
to
amb
see their
Palestina, Timor, Kurdistan, Israel.
over you. If you don't tell your own story, nobody's going to tell your story. So this is the reason why it's important because these are the things we have also lacked in the past, where we didn't have the media sophistication to cover activities of Biafrans and be able to send message across to the world and use our media as a source of communication. Wada, I think what we've seen here is a very, very huge and a milestone achievement with the BTV being able to run this program live and direct. Unfortunately, we've put on a number on the screen for people to call in, and we are not getting calls, possibly because I know that we have a lot of our people who are engaged in their different works in different places, or maybe people chose to just stand by and watch the program as they unfold. And but it's also important that we give our people the opportunity to make their own contribution and be part of the program because at the end of the day, BTV is always open for general participation. So the number is still there on the screen 491 plus 491. It is a WhatsApp number plus 491 521 6609937. If you want to call in, if you're living in Spain, any part of Spain, and you want to share some of your experiences with us, if you're a Biafran, or you have anything to share with us as regard to the Catalonian Commemoral Day, you can also call into this program through the WhatsApp number on the screen and share your experience with us. And I believe that people might want to call in and participate, uh, while we also see and wait if we're going to take a short break in the shortest possible time to come back later in the day, because the program for 5 p.m. Is another interesting program. Now, we are not going to spend the whole 5 p.m. here, the whole time here till 5 p.m. to continue that second phase of the program. So, Wanda, is there anything you have to say about calls that we are expecting? And I believe that the line is open. I can see Wanda Carol Monday there, who is presently on the ground also. I believe that I would have loved us to have one or two words with her. We also see the European representative. We see IPOB officials arriving, and we might definitely be having conversation with them later in the day. Nwada Jovista,
Yeah,
over to you.
people in Catalonia, they are on the ground. Definitely, they are not paying attention now because there is too much noise on the ground where they are. I believe those ones at their various locations that are not on the ground are not expected to call. Are not expected to call. Not just only our people in Catalonia or in Spain, but are people all over the world who may want to call in. You're free to call in to make your contributions or also comment on today's commemoration day of the Catalan. So you are free to call from anywhere you are watching from. So thank God that now we are on X, that no matter how we are being suppressed, you can also watch us from BTV on X and other apps like your Instagram, and you can also watch us from there. So as you are watching, you are free to call in to make your contributions or appreciate even our people on the ground, our people on ground, the Catalans. You are free to make your call, and I think the calls are just coming. Let's take this call. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Please, can you
Mazi Chiemeka is calling from Manchester, UK. Mazi, the viewers are looking forward to hear your voice. Please, can you increase the volume? I think I'm the only person hearing you. Even my colleague cannot hear
I
you.
can hear, but it's very low.
flying the flag for Biafrans. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you so much. Mazi Chemeka from UK called in, and he's in full of appreciation to our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's appreciating the IPOB Europe for putting up this BTV for Biafrans to send a message across the globe. And he never held less in appreciating those in media, those on the BTV crew. He appreciate them so much and send his greetings across Biafrans all over the world.
That's Mazi Chiemeka from the United Kingdom. I would have asked him if I had the
Oh,
opportunity if he
sorry,
was an
sorry,
IPO,
I cut
if he was an
another call.
IPOB
Please,
member.
that caller, please can do welcoming. It was a mistake. Sorry for denying you that call.
But that's okay.
And
Do we have
calling.
another caller?
Yeah, but I mistakenly stopped the call. I believe you may
Yeah,
call back.
if you have another caller, you can as well call back. It's a WhatsApp call and see if they are still available to talk to us. Because most of the time, when people try once and they are not getting through, they feel discouraged. They feel the line is too busy. So if you have the space, you can call back. We want to hear our people, and we will do everything possible to make sure they make their contribution in this program. Because the opinion of our people matters. I believe that our people are very, very observative, and I know that they will have one or two things to say based on their own observation, and also tell us what they have learned as well from today's event. Uh, the Catalonians have been able to prove through continuous struggle, because even the level of autonomy you see them enjoy today didn't come voluntarily from the Spanish government. They fought for it. And do we have a caller?
Oh, not at all.
Okay, so whatever you see
And do you know what you just say now is one thing that have just amazed me? How were they able to come together to achieve what we are witnessing today? Because I'm very much sure that it is not the same government that suspended their referendum that can just on their own give them the opportunity to enjoy what they are enjoying today. I think we are just on the same page. We are thinking alike.
Yeah, well, that is what I'm saying. Like I said earlier, there are a lot of our people who believe that freedom fighting is a walk in the park. That as soon as you make the demand that you want freedom, you get it overnight. It doesn't work that way. You can see how Catalonia is today. They have their own parliament. It is an autonomous region. And before they became an autonomous region, they were not enjoying any form of autonomy. But they fought through the process of autonomy to the point that they have their own police. They control to some extent their resources, because the moment you are able to take charge of your security, you have been able to, you have gotten to the point at least 40%, because security first of all. Now we've seen the level of autonomy they have been able to gain, and this autonomy didn't come just by them sitting back and be complaining. They worked towards it. For if the Eastern region as a whole could be able to even have their own parliament outside this useless parliament you have in Abuja, it will go a very long way towards getting a total independence. So it is a process. You cannot just get an independence overnight just like that. Every country that have had their total freedom have always followed certain processes gradually, little by little, and before you know it, you see yourself gaining a total control of your territory. But when you tell our people some of these things, they feel that maybe you are not, they just want that freedom, in automatic.
Immediately.
So there is a lot we have to learn. There is a lot we have to learn that we have to start by, fighting for some level of autonomy. We have to start fighting for some level of autonomy where we can actually, in some ways, be in charge of certain political positions, even in our local government circle, local government areas, where you see the real Biafrans taking charge of their local government areas, being able to also show through those local government resources that are coming that locally, as Biafran, we have the capacity to provide for our people, with the little resources that we have. Because you cannot talk about handling a government from the top when you have not been able to handle a government from the bottom. Well, I don't know if I'm making sense. And these are the reasons.
You are making sense. You are
These
making
are the
sense because the former, you see, this today's event is just coming up. It was barely 1 month ago that Salvador was sworn in as the head of a regional government. You can say that this is giving them a great and direct access to what they want. But this is what, when you want to teach our people, they will criticize this. They will criticize it. And when you tell them that, listen, we cannot do without these people, but this is a way we have to follow them. This is how we work with them. And now this Salvador, being the head of a regional government, will now give other people more opportunity as they are coming up, balancing, taking their position. Before you know it, everything will be reversed and they will be totally free. And as you said earlier, that people, they just want it now, now, now. No, it is not like that. This journey we are witnessing today is a journey that started in 1714. We saw the people that we are dressing, and you were asked, why were you dressed in this way? He said that was the army they had that fought for them. You can see a journey that was started how many decades ago, and today these people are
they
witnessing
are
it.
still in the
That is
process.
why we can never relent. You see, you don't mind people who will tell you, this Biafra that Ojukwu did not get. Are you the one that will get it? No, we will continue pushing until we get it, because surely someone who knows what freedom means and what it is all about to become a free person can never get exhausted of the freedom quest. So we must continue educating our people. We must continue enlightening our people. We must continue keeping them informed, making them to understand why it is very, very important that we come together, put our heads together, have our people who will represent us in different geopolitical zones, that these people will help us, that our voices will be heard. We witnessed even what happened in National Assembly in the House of Representatives. It's not up to 1 month now, where the speaker was denying that nobody raised the issue of division in Nigeria. We saw it. We saw what happened. Just it has come, even though they denied it. But we know that one day the voices must will be heard, and that is why we must remain resolute. Thank you, Mazi.
Yes, so it is important because, like I said earlier in the course of this program, that you need to draw inspiration from other people who are also going through what you are going through to see how they how they are handling it, because it will help you. It will help you to understand. It will help give you an insight to know also that you are not the only person going through. I was even surprised that I spoke with somebody out there also in Italian language, and she was telling me about Sardinia. Sardinia is an autonomous region in Italy who are also fighting for independence. After my 20 years in this country, I didn't know that even Sardinia is asking for an outright independence. And when I even asked her, are you an Italian? She said she's not an Italian, that she's not an Italian, that he's a Sardinian. So you see people rejecting that identity and taking up their own true identity, just like we are doing. Just like we are doing. People are beginning to identify with their true identity rather than identity that is bestowed on them by somebody else. The identity that is bestowed on you by Lord Lugard and the mistress. So these are the things, but we need to understand that the world politics goes in a particular direction. What the Catalonian people have been able to do is like they have been able to strategically work towards getting some amount of autonomy to themselves, get to be able to some extent take some of their rights. Then when you gain some, you now know what is left and you continue to pursue it. Because it also give the state, for example, a kind of soft landing. So that even if the Spanish government definitely is going to let the Catalonian people have their total independence, it also going to give them some level of soft landing without crashing the entire Spanish system. Because if the Catalonian people have been involved in kidnapping, bringing in criminality into their struggle, by now everything would have been run down. Just like we see some of our people getting involved in criminality because they want to prove a point. Today we see the Catalonian police present, not even the Spanish police. The Spanish police have no business with what is happening in that because they have some level of autonomy. So when you try to educate our people of some of the ways you can get your freedom, you see that because they don't even understand the politics behind freedom fighting. Because there is politics behind everything. There is politics behind freedom fighting. What the Catalonian people are trying to do now is to have that opportunity to have their own constitution, full constitution that does not depend on the Spanish constitution, for them to be able to function properly. A constitution that gives them total freedom and right. But they didn't just get it overnight. They have started from one point to another. They have their own autonomy, which is the most important thing. They elect their own representatives without their federal government interference. And within that, their own political system, they have not also allowed their own internal politics to disturb or destroy their struggle. Mwad, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. Do you know?
They have not allowed their own internal politics to destroy their general struggle. Because even if the zoo today give us some level of autonomy, you will see people using our own internal regional politics to destroy the collective by making certain references, by trying to prove certain points. But these people have not allowed their own internal politics that even if you lose the election under their Catalonian arrangement, you don't go and say, no, because I lost the election, I'm no longer fighting for freedom of Catalonia. These are the character of the black people, and especially our people. One, I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah, it's great sense you are making because
who lose election as a local government chairman or as a regional president of or regional governor of the eastern region, he said because he lost election, Biafra will never come again. You see them go to the federal government and start sabotaging the struggle because they feel they lost. I don't know. These are the things, education that our people need to get.
And the
One, and you
worst
have a
part is the worst part is the crimes being committed by those who think that we don't have anything to do with people in the government. Now, our people should know from today that this national day that we are witnessing here is still to be approved by the Spanish national parliament. And
it's
now,
not
who
recognized
are
by
the
the
people?
Spanish
It is still
constitution.
being strongly opposed. It whenever it is raised in the House of Parliament, it is being strongly opposed. But these people, they never give up. They keep on pushing. Now, what I want to bring out here is this: who are these people pushing this proposal in the House of the Parliament? Now, if you don't have your people there, who is going to push it? Like, you know what all these criminals are doing now? They will say, oh, this person is a politician, this person is associating with the politicians. They will pick that person and they will murder the person. We see what they did to our past brother, the politician, Ifeanyi Uba, how they mocked him and said, oh, he's a politician, he's this, he's that. Do you know that even my own sister, my youngest sister, do you know that these criminals, they picked her husband and the brother, they took them to Osun. Thank God, the husband, they let him go after it was less than 1 week, but close to 1 week, after millions of naira was given to them. But the brother, the immediate brother, they sank him in the they sank him what do you call the hole, and then they pour acid on him. It's 2 years now. That happened 2 years ago, on August 2 years ago. They picked him and they say that he's associating with the politicians. Now, when you kill these people who's supposed to go and speak for you, and you scare away their family members who will even vote when the referendum comes, now how are you going to gain your freedom? Since you believe that nobody should get closer to the government to speak for you, how do you now gain your referendum? Will it just come on air, or will it come by online referendum to vote for 6 months to 8 months that nobody is monitoring? Is that how these people got their own? I've watched the video of the Catalonia referendum. I've watched the video, how materials were dispatched, how everybody, in fact, the network they used to make sure that it came to pass. You know, I witnessed where they were being flogged and beaten and taken away by the police. The referendum never happened online. If the referendum happened online, we cannot be witnessing what we are witnessing today. So we have great lessons to learn from what is happening today in the streets of Catalonia.
Thank you very much, Wanda. We'll be rounding up this program now, and when we'll come back by 5 p.m., which is 4 p.m. Biafra time, we'll hope to continue. But for now, I think we've been able to bring some analysis, educate our people, and in course of our program, we hope that more people will join to also, because this topic we are discussing is a very, very interesting one. We have a lot to learn from the Catalonian people, and will continue to analyze to find the best way towards our freedom for Biafra restoration. I remain your presenter, Mazi Patrick, and on the other end is
Wada Jovista Chichi.
until we meet again, have a wonderful day, and God bless you all.